Hello, I am coming to you from Johannesburg, South Africa. And this is my mother's very beautiful garden. So, for those of you who've ever been to my workshops or seminars or keynotes, I speak about developing your positive emotional memory database. And firmly entrenched on my positive emotional memory database is this beautiful garden behind me. But I wanted to talk today about a topic that a lot of my clients are asking me to talk about, and that is maximizing the hybrid situation, whether you call it the flexible work schedule. But the fact is that organizations around the world are asking employees to go back to the workplace at least 50% of the time. So, my question is, how do you feel about it? Is this something that you're embracing or are you resisting? Well, right now, I am talking to you and I've been having meetings from this beautiful space, and I am, yes, in my shorts and flip flops, and I am dressed from the waist up. When you go back to the office, you are going to have to dress from the waist down. But there are so many advantages to being in person, and let's not forget them. So, the in person advantages are, of course, that human interaction where you're seeing someone not just on a square on your virtual meeting. It does give way to more creative collision, that we call it. Stanford have just come out with a study that says that 15 to 20% more ideas are generated in person. But what was so fascinating about the study, so look it up, was that the quality of the ideas was so much greater. So there is research, scientific research, that shows that the value of going back to in person, at least some of the time, is invaluable. But we've also shown that working virtually, like I am today, is effective. So, my whole mantra right now is called making the most of both worlds. So, whether you are in person or virtual, use each and every interaction to ensure that you are off autopilot, that you are connecting. And it's so easy because there's a level of burnout now. So in virtual meetings, whereas we used to at the beginning of COVID be on those virtual meetings and have virtual happy hours and virtual icebreakers, people are tending not to do that right now. So let's go back to energizing our virtual interactions, but let's also look at how we can ensure that the value of our in person connections are maximized. So we can't just go back to the office, go back to our desk. Let's remember that there is no substitute for that in person interaction. So if you are in the office today and you're going, I could do this work just as well from home, ask yourself, could you connect with the same level of quality and the same level of engagement in person? And something like going up to a coworker and saying, how's it going? What's your biggest challenge at the moment? Anything I can do to support you? Start conversations. And I remind you all that there are three phases of our lives. We all have a past, a present, and a future. And you can always ask people questions related to past, present, and future. And you can do that virtually and in person. So I'm delighted that when I go back to Atlanta this week, I will be talking to organizations around maximizing the hybrid workplace and ensuring that you are using these moments to enhance your career, to build trust, to build collaboration. And we know that trust is the cornerstone of powerful, strong relationships. So, my message to you, and I really wanted to share this beautiful moment in this glorious weather. If you say Johannesburg has probably the best weather in the world because it's a kind of warmth, but it's not a humid warmth. And to say to all of you, wherever you are in the world, it's to say, are we making the most of this moment in time? And I reread Viktor Frankl, famous psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, has written an extraordinary, famous book, Man's Search for Meaning. And in Man's Search for Meaning, he reminds us that we always have the power to choose our reaction to something. And one of my favorite Viktor Frankl quotes is, between stimulus and response, there lies a pause. And in that pause lies your power to choose. And right now, we have the power to choose how we are reacting to a hybrid world. So I hope to stay in touch with so many of you. Please reach out, nadiaspeaks.com, and wishing you the best of luck as you navigate the return to work. Or if you never left work, continue making the most of those